have to be very honest that when I was 17 and 18, when I became, respectively, when I became Miss India and Miss World, it was the beginning of me even entertaining the idea of show business in my head, because I wanted to be an engineer. I was a physics math student. I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer. I wanted to build planes. I wanted to be in NASA. I come from an extremely academic family. No one in my wildest dreams in my family had imagined show business as a career. My grandmother, in fact, still asked me till about 10 years ago, what do you do? So I said, I'm an actor. Yeah, but what do you, like, what's your job?
What does that mean?
Yeah, trust an Indian grandmother to ask you that. But so what changed with me when I became Miss World, which happened in London actually, it gave me a sense of self. When I was a teenager, I had a lot of self-esteem issues, like most teenagers do, you know. You don't know what's happening with you. You don't know what your body is going through. You don't know. I was gawky. My hair was all funny and frizzy, and I didn't know what to do with it. I had so much of it. And like I hated braids, and my mom would make them, and you know. So I had all of those issues. Even when I was in America, I went to high school in America, and I was very confused with who I was and what I was supposed to be. I was bullied in school a little bit, not by everyone, but I had a bully, and she just made my life miserable and used to, you know, hate on me basis where I came from. I think that's probably all she knew. To hurt me, she used to call me curry, she used to call me brownie, she used to say, go back to your country on the elephant you came on. And it got really, at 15, it got really hard for me.
Sure.
So I decided, you know, I want to go back to India, and I went back home. And I feel like that's when destiny played its game. My mum randomly sent photos without telling me to Miss India. I didn't know. I just thought that they called me because I was discovered. Yeah, teenage egos. And then it gave me a sense of confidence that I could walk onto the stage, speak the way I speak. And I've been raised to be an opinionated girl. My parents always told me, if you have an opinion, don't be afraid to share it. And that's all I did. I didn't know how to walk on heels. I tripped on my sari backstage 5 times. And then I was in like these velvet pants with boots on, and then I tripped on it again. I knew it would happen to me on stage. I still have PTSD about it. But I'm just saying, like, it gave me a sense of the fact that my personality and the way I speak and my confidence is what won me that crown, made me feel like confidence is your best accessory. There is nothing else you need. The only thing you need to wear well is your confidence.
I believe in the power of words. Many people speak before they think. But I know the value of words. The words can make you, break you, they can heal your soul, they can damage you forever. So I always try to use the positive words in my life wherever I go. They call it adversity, I call it opportunity. They call it weakness, I call it strength. They call me disabled, I call myself differently abled. They see my disability, I see my ability. There are some incidents that happen in your life, and those incidents are so strong that they change your DNA. Those incidents or accidents are so strong that they break you physically. They deform your body, but they transform your soul. Those incidents break you, deform you, but they mold you into the best version of you. And the same thing happened to me. I asked my mother, why me? And that is where I started to question my existence. Why am I even alive? What's the point of living? I cannot walk, I cannot paint, fine. I cannot be a mother. And we have this thing in our heads, being women, that we are incomplete without having children. I am going to be an incomplete woman for the rest of my life. What's the point? People are scared. They think I will get divorced. What is going to happen to me? Why me? Why am I alive? We all try to chase this tunnel. We all do this because we see light in the end of the tunnel, which keeps us going. My dear friends, in my situation, there was a tunnel that I had to roll on, but there was no light. And that is where I realized that the words have the power to heal the soul. My mother said to me, "This too shall pass. God has a greater plan for you. I don't know what it is, but He surely has. And in all that distress and grief, somehow or the other, those words were so magical that they kept me going. I was trying to put that smile on my face all the time, was hiding. It was so hard to hide the pain, which was there. But all I knew was that if I will give up, my mother and my brothers will give up too. I cannot see them crying with me. So what kept me going was, one day I asked my brothers, I know I have a deformed hand, but I'm tired of looking at these white walls in the hospital and wearing these white scrubs. I'm getting tired of this. I want to add more colors to my life. I want to do something. Bring me some colors. Bring me some small canvas. I want to paint. So the very first painting I made was on my deathbed, where I painted for the very first time. It was not just an art piece or just my passion. It was my therapy. What an amazing therapy it was. Without uttering a single word, I could paint my heart out. I could share my story. After 2 years and 2.5 months, when I was able to sit on a wheelchair, that was the day when I had the rebirth. I was a completely different person. I still remember the day I sat on the wheelchair for the first time, knowing that I'm never going to leave this, knowing that I won't be able to walk for the rest of my life. I saw myself in the mirror and I talked to myself. And I still remember what I said. I cannot wait for a miracle to come and make me walk. I cannot sit in the corner of the room crying, cribbing and begging for mercy because nobody has time. So I have to accept myself the way I am. The sooner the better. So I applied the lip color for the first time. And I erased it. And I cried. And I said, what am I doing? A person on a wheelchair should not do this. What will people say? Clean it up. Put it again. This time I put it for myself. Because I wanted to feel perfect from within. And that day I decided that I'm going to live life for myself. I am not going to be that perfect person for someone. I am just going to take this moment and I will make it perfect for myself. And you know how it all began? That day I decided that I'm going to fight my fears. We all have fears. Fear of unknown, fear of known, fear of losing people, fear of losing health, money. We want to excel in career, we want to become famous, we want to get money. We are scared all the time. So I wrote down one by one all those fears. And I decided that I'm going to overcome these fears one at a time. I never wanted to be on the wheelchair. Never thought of being on the wheelchair. I was always aspiring to do bigger things, but had no idea that for that I have to pay the price to be where I am today. It's a very heavy price. This life is a test and a trial, and tests or trials are never supposed to be easy. So when you're expecting ease from life, and life gives you lemons, then you make the lemonade, and then do not blame life for that, because you were expecting ease from a trial. Trials make you a stronger, better person. Life is a trial, and with time you realize that. It is okay to be scared. It is okay to cry. Everything is okay, but giving up should not be an option. They always say that failure is not an option. Failure should be an option, because when you fail, you get up, and then you fail, and then you get up, and that keeps you going. That's how humans are strong. Failure is an option, should be an option, but giving up is not. Never.